The game only had 7 supercars when it was released in 2013, and we've got 3 of them in this teardrop playlist. The classic cars are just the best. 3 of us launched well. I don't even know what a stock Krieger feels like. So we've got the upper loop for the qualifying, and then the main full LSGP is going to be the first race proper. Oh. So they've all followed it. They've all followed. They've all followed him. So they missed out half of the track, and then they forgot that they were missing out the other half. Phoenix goes straight on and everybody else followed apart from whoever's in second. Oh no, Phoenix is in second, so yeah, everybody, literally everybody went straight. Alright, we're going to do a harmonic start, so you're only allowed to start when the person in front of you moves forward and starts their race. The top 14 finishers in this race will be driving a Tempesta in the next race. Alright, away we go. After that crazy qualifying, it's going to be very difficult, I think, for me to be driving a Krieger in the next race. Even if I drop a few positions and don't win, like, I'm probably going to finish in the top 14. I shouldn't have said anything like that, but looks like people have remembered about the hairpin. Will they know how to do the end of the track though? That's the question. Ooh. Wasn't expecting to get that. So this is a teardrop playlist. Everybody who finishes in the top half drops down into a slower car for the next race. Everybody who finishes in the bottom half stays in the car that they were in. And the winner of the playlist isn't the person with the most points in the playlist. It's the person who finishes the highest in the slowest car in the final race. Yeah, there is a possibility that no one gets to the final car, that is true. 6 races, 6 cars, so to get to the final car, which is the bullet, someone has to finish in the top half in every race. And that means finishing in the top half in the slower cars as well, against people who are going to be in the quicker cars. No guarantees that we'll see a bullet, but the winner will just be whoever is leading in the final race out of those in whatever the slowest car is at that time. If there's only one person in a bullet at the end, he automatically by default wins the playlist. And it might be the newest car of the bunch for tonight from the selection, but this has been like turning back the clock. Crazy. GG's everybody. So top 14 in that race, you're going to be driving the Tempesta in the next race. The bottom 14, you guys get to keep the Krieger. Alright, Kriegers, let's see if any of you guys can get into the top 14. And those Tempestas have got to make sure we stay in the top 14 to keep, well, to move on. Get the Italy GTB next. Okay, not a good start. Not the best start in the world. Krieger flies, doesn't it? You don't realise how quick the Krieger is until you're in something that's not a Krieger being overtaken by one. Although a Krieger that crashes is going to be slower than a Tempesta that doesn't. Krieger that crashes, yes. That's what I almost said. I'm in a bit of a precarious position here. I can't speak tonight. Precarious position? I don't want to lose too many positions. I need to start making up some places on some Tempestas to be a bit safer. The reverse grids really throws the cat amongst the pigeons. Watched it on the chicane. Oh, that was close. Okay, that's a few extra positions that's going to be helpful. And a crash behind, so that Krieger was high up. That Krieger was going to be in the Tempesta the next race. Don't know what happened, but there was a multi-car crash. Phoenix, Color and myself we were top 3 in the last race, and I think we got caught up in a crash on the first lap, and we've just been together ever since. Damn. Krieger's got some top speed. It actually does as well. The Tempesta's pretty poor on top speed if I remember right. Remember when it came out, it was always pretty disappointing. Oh, that's not right. If someone's up alongside you, you can't move into them. Krieger's got the top end at the end of the straight to make the overtake happen. It's Alright, as long as I don't lose another 5 places. A single mistake is all it will take, so I need to be careful. Not really making any inroads into the top of the Tempestas. It's a bit too hard. Been very wally today. First race I was hitting walls all over the place. Me, Phoenix and Caloran are just like having our own private battle. I've noticed a few Kriegers have gradually caught up to us and then they make like a little mistake and drop back again. I think if the Kriegers hadn't kept making the mistakes, we could be in a precarious position. Like right on the cusp. But that's the beauty of the whole teardrop system, isn't it? Got it at the end. It was close. So we got a few Kriegers progressing to the Tempesta, a few Tempestas progressing to the Italy GTB, and a few Kriegers and Tempestas probably staying where they are. The Italis are going to struggle around here, I think. Back straight will be okay, but when we get into the twisties we're going to struggle. Although there might be a lot of crashes on that first chicane. Oh my god, he's gone to the moon. High rate of attrition immediately. Knew I was too far back. That was a good first lap. I see a Tempesta behind. I do have a fair amount of experience in this car, I suppose. I would drive the Italy GTB even when everyone else was driving B-tier cars. I really like it. It's one of my favourite cars. Certainly one of my favourite supercars to drive. Seems like a big gap has shown itself. Oh, there's a massive group there. Holy cow, on the left. Look dicey. I bet that's like a mix of Kriegers, Italis and Tempestas all in one big mess. Good back markering. Well, there you go. I'll take it. I do love that car though, so I can say I had a familiarity advantage. If you were in an Itali GTB, you're now in a Cheetah. If you were in a Tempesta, you're going to the Itali GTB. If you were in the Krieger, you're going to the Tempesta. That's if you're in the top 14. If you're in the bottom 14, well, 15th or below, however many people we have now, you're staying in whichever car you were already in for that race. Wow, there's only 5 people still in the top car. That's crazy. Trying to give as much space as possible. Not getting involved in a crash early is going to be helpful, I think. Got lucky there. Cheetah's got some good grip. It just doesn't have the raw power. Straight line speed is lacking. I think I'm keeping up with the Itali in the corners, but then you see there, it's just gone. Me, Phoenix and Color, I'm still in the top 3. In the Cheetahs. Still together. We weren't for a few races, but we're back again. So we got 30 players now. So it'll be the top 15 that go to a lesser car. That's all we need to finish. The top 15, top half. Sins is going to be coming through in that Krieger quickly, I'm sure. It won't take Sins long. New joiner to the playlist, but starting in the Krieger at the very back. Won't take them long. Go from last to first. It's possible. There's Sins. It's only taken 2 laps to get up to the top 3 cheaters. Not even 2 laps. A lap and 2/3. Easy winner. That's the only problem with new joiners. We're always going to have Sins now in a much quicker car. And Sins is obviously a competent driver. Joined in the playlist. They can't win the playlist because the winner of the playlist is the person in the slowest car at the end. But I suppose at least it's now the top 15 because we do have those extra people in, so it's all swings and roundabouts. If Sins wasn't here, it would be the top 14. Makes no difference. The good grip on the cheaters really helping around here. Certainly in the first part of the lap. I don't know what happened there. I don't know whether he went to the inside to try and keep the inside line for the next corner to defend, and then went a bit too far to the left and caught like a bush or something. He definitely looked like he had a bit of a slowdown. Yeah, Sins has pulled out a massive gap. 18 seconds up the road. Like that's the true relative difference in pace of these cars. But because it's the quicker drivers who are now in the slower cars, you get this point where the quicker drivers are still able to compete with the slower drivers in the quicker cars. That's why the teardrop thing is so interesting, because it kind of balances people out in a way. But there's a huge skill gap in these stream races, so it's probably slightly bigger pace difference from skill level from top to bottom of the lobby than the pace difference in the cars. But it just goes to show that's what the Kriegers could do if they were driving how they should. Having to defend now though on this last lap. Phoenix going at it for what would have been the win if Sins wasn't here. We haven't been really worried by any of the other Italis or Tempestas or even the other Kriegers. So it looks like it's going to be Ada next. Managed to pull out a little bit on Phoenix on this lap. So we're into the Ada next. So that's showing the relative difference in performance, what the Kriegers could be doing. Started stone dead last, was into the lead in 2 and a bit laps, and finished nearly 30 seconds up the road. did brake there, didn't want to crash and ruin stuff, rather survive. Ah, okay. GG's, Phoenix. Carolingus was in a cheetah as well, I think, right? Who was the... Was it Verdalith in the cheetah? So our 5 has gone down to 4, it looks like. I'll take best lap of the cheetahs, though. Bloody hell, what a takeout that was from the Italy GTB. Oh my god, no! I got away with it! I never get away with crashes like that! Holy moly! Oh, bloody hell, Frozen, that's dodgy. Alright, this is going to be tricky right now. It's within my interests to try and slow people down and defend, because I could lose a lot of places very quickly in this adder. And the next thing you know, you're down in 15th place, 16th, and you're not getting the bullet in the last race. Oh, it's just got no grip in the corners. It's going to get eaten up around this part of the track. Yeah, the Tempestas are going to be good around here. They're coming into their own now. Car on the right hand side after the hairpin. I was so scared that was going to end up worse as well. Just got to stay in this top 15. That's all I need. Carolingus doing well, still in the lead in the adder. Holding everybody up. No! Oh, that's like my first proper mistake in the entire playlist. This has been a bit of a rough race and so far initially. Gotta regroup. Bit more stress and pressure on this one, I think. Could so easily drop out. Adder's good here and on the back straight, but that's about it. Gotta use the top speed as much as I can and then slow people up in the corners or try to defend. Carolingus still in the lead in that adder. Nobody can get past him. This is the beauty of the teardrop. Like, we're getting to the end of the playlist where people are in their sort of like relative cars for their personal pace. So it's equaling out. Some hard defense in this adder required. Carolingus is doing the same, but from the lead. Oh, someone's gone all the way over the... Holy moly. That's a position I don't mind taking. And Itali GTB has seen better days. He must have gotten out of the car or tried to respawn, but realised he couldn't respawn and jumped out of the car because his body was halfway, like way away from the car. It's just a massive train of cars, you can see it on the map. Always the end of these playlists where it gets most intriguing. Oh, this adder feels so slow. The lead has finally changed. Oh, that was a dodgy one. Bloody hell. Better to live to fight another day on that one. That was a definite back out. Like one more behind me and then a bit of a gap and a lot of battling for position. That's going to help me, I think. I kind of looked out. Well, I got unlucky to be involved in that first lap crash, and then I got lucky that it didn't affect me as much as it would normally. I always get really unlucky in those sort of things when it's nothing to do with me. But that's really helped me to stay out of the mid-pack where it's all probably a bit dicey right about now. It's already been dicey up here. How many laps have we got? Last lap, okay. Just got to bring it home. I think I've been catching up to Carolingus, but it doesn't matter. Just need to keep it in the top 15. So much understeer on that. Left-hander, don't go for it here. I don't know who's behind me or what they're in, but I felt them going for it there. Tempestas are quick. Going to be quick around here. It suits. This is a Tempesta track. Bit dodgy. Big speed difference there. I'm not surprised. I was really slow coming off that corner. Hasn't been the best final lap. Oh my god! Sins. One more corner. Just gotta bring it home. And we're in the bullet for the final race. We made it. So we had 5 people in the cheetah and we lost Verdolith. We've had 4 people in the adder and we've lost Caloran. So now we're going to be 3 people left in the bullet. And the winner of the playlist is going to be the winner. Whoever finishes highest out of the bullets. All comes down to the final race. 3 of us made it. I'm really happy to have made it, actually. The podium is set, yes, just not the order. This is it for all the marbles. 3 people in the bullet. 3 people have made it to the bullet by the end. We got 3 people in the adder, so that'll be 4th, 5th and 6th in the playlist. Then we got a few in the Infernus that is taking place of the cheetah because nobody brought a cheetah. It's the same tier though, at least, so here we go. Adder straight up the inside. That's not going to help me. Phoenix managed to get a nice clean first corner. That's a big help. That wasn't a good sound. There's not sufficient disk space to continue recording. That's what it's telling me. Damn it, these 4K recordings take up a lot of space. Still streaming though. So if I end up making this into a YouTube video and the quality suddenly depletes a little bit, it's because I'm using the stream footage instead of the 4K recording. Sorry. Alright, we've managed to survive the first couple of corners. Now I'm a little bit scared though. Crashes behind. He's gone too wide. Hopefully they'll get past on the back straight, or the main straight I should say. Oh, they're not gonna make it. We're in bullets, man. We're so slow. Just get past us. Although not in a corner. Back straight. Please get us. I gotta run as well. Bollocks! Executed a beautiful overtake, and now I'm down in 3rd again. Thanks to that hit from the Infernus. Oh, I'm so far back now after all that work. This is dicey. This is real dicey. There's just faster cars all over the place. The bullet is rough. It's so slow. Doesn't matter about finishing in the top 15 in this race. It's all about who finishes in the top out of the bullets. People are going for crazy moves. I can still see Phoenix just ahead. At least I'm up into 2nd now, technically, for the playlist. swings and roundabouts, he's getting slowed down by a few of the faster cars as well now, so that's the thing we've got. Now, this is tense, this is dicey. Oh, there's an absolute cluster behind. I'm so scared. So much space on the inside, please. I appreciate that they're being careful though. I've gotta be honest. Sometimes it's not helpful though. I think the Italis just don't have that little bit of extra speed to get into the right position for most of the track, and a lot of them are wanting to be a little bit careful so not to take any of us out. so they're not forcing the issue. Alright, last lap. Oh, that looks scary behind. Scary. Oh, I'm so scared. It's alright. It's alright. Yes! I actually won! I actually won! The playlist! Thanks for the GGs. Oh my days. And I still... What? I won the playlist. GG, Carolingus and Phoenix, my two other bullet drivers. Can't believe it. I actually won the playlist. I'm genuinely shocked. And still managed to finish in the top 15 as well. So I even got that last little bit of bonus. If there was another race, I'd be in whatever would be slower. Nothing slower than a bullet though. Wow, that was so scary. Thanks to the faster drivers for generally being clean there. GG Phoenix and Carolingus. 53, 54, 55. GG's. So I have a 2 terabyte SSD for recording, but I completely forgot about the 3-hour endurance race on iRacing from yesterday. And that on its own, that video is 461 gigabytes from yesterday's stream. So that's why I've ran out of space. I've also got iRacing footage from the last few weeks that I still need to... Like, I've never ran out of disk space before, but it's that 500 gig video file from yesterday that's ruined it. So the thing with these playlists, like, people have been asking like for teardrop playlists on YouTube, and we do them, you know, relatively frequently on stream. It's just that not all of them make their way to YouTube because, you know, not everything is YouTube worthy. The racing can be okay and we have a bit of fun, but it's not necessarily amazing. Like the first teardrop playlist set such a high standard that, you know, it has to be good to get back onto YouTube again because of that. Like, that video was incredible. So this one I think is YouTube worthy, so I'll put this on. But yeah, sorry to anybody watching on YouTube for that final race, because the final race of course was the best race, and of course it was the race that's going to be not at the nicest 4K quality. I'm going to have to take the footage from Twitch and put it into the video, so it's going to be lesser quality. So sorry for that. That annoys me more than anything else, because I want the whole thing to be in the nicest quality possible, especially if I'm going to the trouble of uploading at 4K and stuff like that. But yeah, it's worth putting in even with that, because it was a good playlist. We had some good racing. I surprisingly drove well in most races, and I ended up winning. Like, when do I ever win a playlist, or at least an organized playlist like this? So yeah, and especially the fact that I won and the final race was so crazy. It's really frustrating that the final race is the one that's not going to be at the nicest quality, but it's still going to be plenty good enough to watch, I'm sure. So yeah, sorry to the YouTube watchers who have gotten used to 4K throughout this entire video, and now it's down to Twitch quality, but I'm sure it'll still be good enough. It's not as if I'm streaming to Twitch at 720p at 3K bitrate or something. But yeah, what a playlist. This one was definitely YouTube worthy. I'm so happy to win. I never win. I never win these things. GG's everybody. That was a lot of fun. I'm really happy that I raced well more than anything else. Like, it doesn't happen that often that things just come together and I actually get into it and race well. I had that one mistake on that apex, but apart from that, I don't think I made a single mistake. So yeah, and for those watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed another teardrop playlist, and if you want to see more, feel free to come to the Twitch streams, twitch.tv/Bruffy1322. We do these things regularly, and it's just they don't always make their way to YouTube.